What's up, everybody? Welcome to another YouTube video. I know it's been a while since the last one. I honestly just stopped having the drive to make them, and not being able to talk so much to the camera just kind of made me feel like I was just wasting my time making these videos. But now, for those of you that know, I am currently in prep for my first bodybuilding show. Today marks 17 weeks out. So this is something that I definitely want to document and, have it to look back on and just, bring you guys along with me through this journey. So today is Friday. What is it? Today's Friday, April 3rd. So today we have quads on the menu. I'm going to make my pre-workout right now. We got the creatine, flavored creatine. Today I'm going with the non-stim pre-workout by Axe and Sledge. Fire. I got my water right here. Put it in the shaker cup. Lately I've been doing the non-stim pre-workout, and I've actually had some good experiences with it, because before I did not. Damn, somebody's jamming. We're gonna do 2 scoops of this. So yeah, before I had just bad experiences, I guess, with non-stim. Like, I felt like I just didn't feel like I had a good workout. But I tried it the past like 2-3 days, and it's been pretty solid. So we got that creatine. I already showed you. I choose the flavored one just because sometimes certain pre-workouts don't taste the best, and so if I can have some more flavor in there, that'll be nice. And then this is blueberry lemonade, so it's pretty fire. So I got the pre-workout made. I am also going to sip on a energy drink, and the energy drink of choice today is the Ghost. What is it? Strawbango. This is like my favorite flavor. And I have another liter of water that's here that I've been drinking, so put that to the side. And now we are going to make our intro workout. I'm gonna have to drink some. Okay. So lately my water intake has been a lot higher. I always felt like I was drinking a lot of water, and in reality I was not. So we got the EAAs right here by Raw. Icy lemon slush. Pretty good flavor. Bro, they are jamming outside. I'm outside this gas station and they are jamming. But yeah, currently I am drinking about like 7 to 8 liters of water. Rest days, like 6. I don't drink as much. So we got the EAAs, and then we got the Gatorade powder for the carbs. I used to have a whole Gatorade, which was, I think, like 30 something grams of carbs. And this is like, what is this, 22 grams of carbs. So you would think it's not much of a difference, but it actually is. Oh my God, I just noticed, I don't even know if you can tell in the video, but they are jamming and just dancing. Shaking some ass. And then last but not least, we have our half a tablespoon of salt. That's what the coach asked or request or whatever. So we are going to do, where did I put the top? Oh, right. So we're gonna do what coach says. But yeah, prep has been going pretty good so far. Very smooth. I feel like it's all easy right now. Nothing hard about it right now. The diet's pretty smooth. I feel like it's food, I love food. It's not like it's nasty food, but I definitely am hungrier after each meal now. So, but yeah, my meals are pretty much the same for my training days and my non-training days. Training days, I have 120 grams of ground beef, 2 whole eggs, 250 grams of potato, 100 grams of bell pepper. And then meal 2 is 150 grams of chicken, 140 grams of white rice, 100 grams of cucumber, 5 grams of extra virgin olive oil. Meal 3 is 150 grams of chicken, 180 grams of white rice, 5 grams of coconut oil. And then my last meal, which is my favorite, and I'll probably show you guys today after the gym, is 70 grams of cream of rice, 55 grams of whey isolate, and 140 grams of blueberries. That is my favorite meal. But let's go ahead and start driving. I'm gonna kind of just talk to you guys about how I've been feeling. Short people problems. I gotta raise the seat up. Please do not come for me in the comments. But yeah, this is my first bodybuilding show, so I am going to be learning a lot through the process of, you know, doing this prep. And I've watched a lot of videos of other bodybuilders who are in prep or describing what it's like and this and that. And going into it, I definitely felt like, you know, I know this is going to be a challenge. I'm gonna turn the slide on. I know it's going to be a challenge. I know I can do it. I've been following a meal plan for like not a meal plan, just macros, but I feel like I've basically lived the bodybuilder lifestyle. So now I'm going to really, you know, give my all. But it's been good. Definitely have been feeling, you know, more tired, a little bit more low energy. Workouts are a little bit tougher because 1, I don't have a training partner. 2, less food, more cardio. And then I don't know if it's just a placebo effect, but I feel more tired and I feel weaker. But my goal right now is to still be able to push the same weight, at least maintain the strength. I don't want to just use the, I'm tired or I'm on less food, you know, I'm gonna lower the weight. Like, nah, if you know, whatever we got to do to maintain the strength, and that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, lately I've been feeling very focused, very tunnel vision, not really worried about anything else or anybody else. A lot of people also talk about, you know, how you kind of change during prep and, like, you know, just your emotions and, you know, patience. I definitely have noticed that as well. Like, I'm just like on thin ice. Like please don't mess with me. But yeah, I honestly feel like very blessed currently. Also, like, work has been great. I've been super booked. For those of you that don't know, I'm a barber, so I've been doing that almost 10 years now, and I've been blessed, constantly booked. Training, you know, bodybuilding lifestyle is going great. I'm not focused on things that I shouldn't be focused on. I'm mentally in the right headspace right now, and that's kind of what I've really noticed and, you know, I guess enjoyed, because I haven't really been in a headspace like this. This car just cut me off. But yeah, I'm just focused on me. Every now and then, you know, I get a little bit lonely, especially living this lifestyle of a bodybuilder, you know, being on prep. I can only eat these certain meals. My sleep is important. I got to go to the gym. So there's really no time for other things. And I don't think that's a problem. You know, it keeps me focused, but at the same time, it does sometimes get a little, I guess, maybe overwhelming. Like damn, it's just me. But, you know, I enjoy it. I take a lot of pride in doing the hard work and doing it over and over and over and over. So I know the worst is yet to come for this prep, but I'll make sure to bring you guys along this journey. And I really just want to have a good physique to show on the show day. I'm not so worried about placings or anything like that. I want to bring my best for it being the first time, and knowing that I have to improve more like after this show, you know? So yeah, I'm about to get to the gym. I'm gonna chug this probably let it sit for a while. I'm pretty sure everybody does this. You get to the gym and you kind of just chill for a little bit before you actually get off. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the gym.
What's up, everybody? So here over the workout, I am actually going to be doing a voiceover, even though I was mic'd up, because I was just too shy to talk to the camera, and honestly just too locked in. I didn't even feel like talking. That's how this prep so far has me. But to start the workout, I did calves. I didn't film that because nobody wants to see calves, but I do calves for 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps. Go heavy. And then we have the adductors here. I am doing 2 sets, 8 to 10 reps. This first set is with the gym pin with 225s on there. I feel so cool having the gym pin, but I think I only ended up getting 6, which last time I got 7, I want to say. So it was, I honestly don't like this adductor machine. Something about it feels like it's kind of like the resistance profile of it or whatever is kind of like, I don't know how you would explain it, but it feels weird. But here's the second set. Alright, so the third exercise here is leg extension. Usually it would be hamstring curl, but when I wanted to get on it, somebody was on it, so I just swapped leg extension and hamstring curl. So here I'm using the prime leg extension, which I absolutely love. Same thing with the hamstring curl prime also, and they feel amazing. And here with the leg extension, I am using the C belt to make sure that my hips stay down, make sure my butt stays down, and I'm also making sure to grip those handles so that I can pull myself down into the seat, because you don't want to be coming out of the seat. And I also try to think of like squeezing my adductors together, and that way it kind of like lines up your joints or your knees, and from there simply just like kicking, but like also driving, and making sure to try to squeeze at the top. But here I'm doing 2 sets. I believe it was 8 to 10 reps that I have it on my programming. So yeah, making sure to use the salt during this time of feeling tired and energy a little bit low. The salt definitely helps out a lot. And here we have the seated hamstring curl. Once again, making use of that salt to get myself fired up and, give my all into these sets that matter. So here I'm also using the seat belt. I love to use it for leg extensions and hamstring curl. It really helps me keep my hips down, which is very key to executing the exercise properly. I lost my train of thought, sorry. But another thing with this, also trying to kind of bring my adductors together to line up my leg, my knees, my joints. I don't know how you would describe it, but and then from there, with my heels dragging and getting that contraction with the hamstring. But yeah, 2 sets on this. And now we are on to the holy grail, the pendulum, the Atlantis pendulum that I love so much. It's so much better than the Arsenal strength. But yeah, I was telling the guy that I wanted 6 reps. Last week I think I did 5, and I had to need some assistance, which was not good. I try not to count the reps that are assisted because I didn't technically do that rep, but yeah, let's enjoy this set.
Thank you.
Alright, and so now we have the second set for pendulum. Only 2 sets. First set I usually go for 6 to 8. Second set usually go for 8 to 10. And second set, 3 plates here. I want to say I got 7. I'm not sure, but let's just watch. And now, saving the best exercise for last. I say the best because it is the absolute most brutal exercise. This exercise always kills me, but front elevated split squats. That's what my coach has me doing for quads. I think he programmed this maybe a few months ago now, and it's been working pretty good. At first it was a little bit of a struggle to get the stabilization right, but once you do that, it's honestly a really, really good exercise. So this was my top set with the 105s.
What's up, everybody? Workout is complete. Cardio is complete. I meant to record whenever I was done with the cardio, but I literally got off of that thing so quick. I was ready to get out of there. All I was thinking about was my cream of rice meal. But 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, I burned about, I think it was like 305, 310 calories, which I never go base off of that like 100%, but it's nice to know. And then heart rate was like 140, 150. So that's what my coach usually asks for, is heart rate to be in that range. So yeah, workout was good. Last week's leg or quad day was not the best, especially on the pendulum squat. I didn't really progress on the pendulum squat last week, but this week I was able to get 6 on my own. It seemed like because the guy that I asked for a spot, I thought he was helping, but in the video it honestly didn't look like he was helping at all. So I'm gonna say that I did 6 on my own, which I'm glad. So, and then the 105s were tough today, but I'm glad I was able to. For my right, I think I got 1 more rep than last week. And then for the left, I want to say I matched last week's reps, because I know I got less on my left. My right leg seems to be my stronger leg, but yeah, I'm about to get home. I'll show you guys my cream of rice meal and then off to bed. And tomorrow I have another long day of work, and we got chest and arms tomorrow. So hopefully I bring you guys along for chest and arms, but yeah.
Okay, so here I'm going to be showing you the best way to make and eat your cream of rice. Here I have the Elevate cookies and cream flavor, which is my favorite, and then I'm using Axe and Sledge brownie batter protein. So I get 70 grams cream of rice, 55 grams of whey isolate, and now I'm going to be putting 250 grams of water. It is 3 times, if like whatever amount of cream of rice you use, you want to use 3 times water, I believe is how it goes. But so mix it up. Once it's all mixed up, put it in the microwave for 1 minute and 30 seconds. And now I am having myself a root beer, because I love root beer. And now after the first 1 minute and 30 seconds in the microwave, it's going to be hot, and you're going to want to mix it up again some more. And make sure you really, really mix. You don't want to have any clumps. And now after you mix it, put it in the microwave for another 30 seconds. After those 30 seconds, we're going to mix it up again. Really, really good. Mix it up. Take your time. Make sure you actually use a whisk. Put it in there for another 30 seconds. Yes, I know. Okay, and so now this should be the last time, but I think I wanted to thicken it up a little bit, because the more time you put it in the microwave, the more it's going to thicken up. So I put it again for maybe like 10 seconds, mix it again, and now that it's the consistency that I like it, I put it in the freezer. Usually I would put it in the fridge, but the freezer, I wanted it to get colder faster. That's the key thing, is you have to have the cream of rice cold. But now, while the cream of rice is in the freezer getting cold, I am prepping some chicken, seasoning it. I used lemon pepper, paprika, and cinnamon. Yes, I know, cinnamon, but trust me, cinnamon is amazing on almost anything right now. But yeah. And so now here I am putting the chicken on the pan. One of my favorite things to do with the Ray-Ban Meta glasses is watch YouTube videos and just listen to it with the glasses, But yeah, here I am putting all the pieces down, and yeah. Now that the chicken is finished cooking, I'm putting it in this Tupperware. That'll be for about the next 2 days, maybe 3. So, yeah, I love to have my chicken fresh. So now maybe 45 minutes have passed and the cream of rice has gotten a little like stiff and is a lot colder now. And now I am adding 140 grams of blueberries. I know somebody's going to say it in the comments, but no, I did not wash the blueberries. And here I am having to sadly take some away because I put too much. And yes, it is that deep. The next important ingredient is cinnamon. And I like to use a lot of cinnamon. Cinnamon is amazing. So put that on there. And then I like to use stevia. Makes it sweet, and it feels kind of like a sweet treat, almost like a cake. So I'll put that over there on the top. And now I'm going to use my salt. I have to do 1/4 tablespoon of salt on every meal. And here we are putting more cinnamon because, like I said, it makes it taste so much better. And then now I'm going to use my spoon to like smush it up and mix it all together. That's also a very important step to make it taste better. And voila, here we have the final product. Delicious cream of rice. I was watching some Wesley Vissers, but if you have not tried cream of rice, please try it. It is life-saving, especially if you're trying to diet, lose weight. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. Please comment videos that you would like to see, and I will see you guys next time.